In this video, you hear like a bang, bang, bang repeatedly, correct?
Correct.
And based upon your investigation, what is that?
Those are bats or other blunt objects hitting cars in the car source lot.
And in the Lucas Zanin video, which is a little over 7 minutes, that's taken from the 63rd, looking in a northeasterly direction into the car source.
Yes, mainly north.
Okay. And there's well more than 50 people there bashing car windows, jumping on cars, and starting a fire there.
So I'd say there's more than 50 people there, but it might be a little less than that with people that are actually doing property damage, because there are a lot of people that are standing around.
Because there probably weren't enough cars for everybody to beat on. Is that a fair statement?
Come on.
I think it's already kind of like.
It's speculative because there weren't enough cars for everybody to beat on. This is not the point you make.
There won't be so many cars, correct?
There's a certain number of cars in the car source.
There is a number of cars. Yes, thank you.
Running business, those weren't junk cars. They were real cars of somebody's property. Correct?
Attorney Tom's about to go look for some cars.
And correct me if I'm wrong, did you ever hear any of these rioters give an explanation for why destroying somebody's property is going to make their situation or Mr. Blake's situation better?
I object. Calls for hearsay.
He just objected to hearsay when that was all he's ever presented.
Plan or a statement of intent.
God.
So the
Judge-
objection's overruled.
Judge did Richard's
I've not
job for
heard
him
of
there too.
Yes, he did. And the answer was still, I don't know.
Now,
Oh my God.
the video of car source that's shown from the FBI fixed wing aircraft, that's at 9,000 feet, correct?
I can't recall the exact.
8,500, buddy.
You said 8,500.
89.
Yeah.
I mean,
High.
okay,
Yes.
you and I will agree
High.
on that. And
Yes.
you could see this
Higher
bag
than the first
Thursday
witness?
flying through.
Oh, boom.
Flying through the air.
The plastic bag?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. And there was also, we're right here.
Right here.
That's the video we're talking about. And here's the pointer. Excuse me.
Watch my stick.
Oh, you lost the pointer? Because you lost the point a while ago, Richards.
Agreed. He should have started with this
You mean this?
and then
this
asked about the social
mysteriously-
media stuff, because I don't understand what he was asking about with somebody's phone and holding somebody's phone. There was never a point.
I think he was just going for a general idea that the police have not gone after the perpetrators and instigators that night, but they went after Kyle.
But he never made that
This
point.
was in between
No.
our.
You made that point,
I said
Morello.
8,500. You said 9,000.
Okay, so
Oh,
and
Jesus.
here is the latitude, longitude.
Yes.
And this cursor, according to your information, is what controls the camera. Where they put that cursor, the camera locks onto that, and the plane keeps moving, correct?
That's what it appears to. That appears to control the direction of the camera.
Here,
Yes.
we have a heat.
Notice there is an altimeter on this video. It's 8941 feet.
We see some white there. Yes.
He's not
I'm waiting for the
established as a drone
prosecution to
expert.
object for lacks of personal knowledge
Car, which
Yep.
because he has no idea how this works.
At the northeast corner of car source, we also have a heat source.
Yes.
And there's a video of an individual right before my client gets there, starting that Duramax on fire.
Yes.
They're doing this badly.
Do you have
Understatement.
It's boring. It doesn't have a story to it. It's like you said earlier. It's non-linear. It's hard to follow for the jury.
No, this exhibit that's up.
Barnes was
It
talking about
feels
this
like-
last night.
He doesn't have an objection going into cross. He's just asking a bunch of disjointed questions.
This exhibit,
That's what Barnes said about
the
this guy. He
FBI
said he's
video
not
from
good
a
at
distance,
narrative.
correct?
He's
Yes.
really good
you
at
looked at
facts
this
and
on
fact
numerous
recall
occasions.
on the
Yes.
fly.
And probably the best way
But he should be second chair.
find somebody on this video is to go backwards. So we know where the shooting was, correct?
Yes.
And so you follow it backwards. That's how you identify Kyle. That's how you identify Mr. Rosenbaum, correct?
That and relating it to other videos.
Exactly.
Yes.
Why are
And
we? Why are you
In this
establishing how we?
video, you're able to get
Stop establishing
Mr.
foundation for the
Meneses'
prosecution.
speed also, correct?
Yes.
Could I have our exhibit?
Show their desktop more. I want to see. I want to see
I
all
do
the
too. I
good
wanna
names
know
of their
what-
icons.
Yep, I want to know what they have in there.
You know they got a Britney folder.
KillerKyle.jpg.
Government payoff.
Lord.
Checks cash from feds. Attorney Tom, you're not allowed to chuckle. It's not. It's not okay.
Well, I'd rather have Jerry Spence, who I think is like 105 years old, be this guy's lawyer.
You've got to have someone who can actually help the
What-
jury
what are
understand
they-
why these points matter.
In our video,
Why are we zooming in on these these
Where's
ladies?
that
and
woman?
this guy?
Oh my God! What that intense stare, though.
She's trying to stay awake.
Yeah.
That's somebody who's about to fall asleep.
Pew, pew.
Pew, pew.
High score achieved.
You know, it'd be funny if that was the judge's phone. He was playing
great.
games the whole
Blue
time.
circle between what I would say the second and third row of cars, Mr. Rosenbaum, correct?
Correct.
This red is Mr. Zeminski, green Mrs.,
Yes.
white Kyle.
Yes.
And Richie McGinnis is to the left of the television screen, correct?
To the right.
In pink.
To the right of the television screen.
To the right. Sorry. Roll it, please.
His just bumbling incompetence makes them look bad in general.
It does. And it's not something that's going to help because
As Kyle, the white circle, comes to the Duramax, this individual, Mr. Rosenbaum, begins to come out of his hiding place.
Yes, he comes around the vehicle at that time.
And
make the cop say hiding place.
fast.
Yes.
And he comes around, roll.
Yeah, say he was hiding. Have him say he was hiding. He
Make him say
clearly
he's
was.
hiding. Yep.
Blue, again, Mr.
Lying in
Rosenbaum,
wait,
correct?
if you will.
Correct.
And now you begin with the chase.
He's
Mr.
not
Rosenbaum,
standing still. He's lying in wait.
Correct?
Correct.
Mhm.
Not yet.
Always a Hamilton reference.
Mm-hmm.
Correct me if I'm wrong.
Yes.
This looks like a classic ambush.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to object this to the calling for the defendant's interpretation of things. The jury can make their own decision as to what the
Overruled. Oh, he sustained it.
Mr.
Overruled.
is
He
in
overruled
hiding.
it?
That's my
Overruled.
He overruled it.
Do they not stand
It
up
appears
when they
so, yes.
object?
My client gets
Not
Do
because
you?
the mic's
side of
down
the
at
Duramax,
sit
which
level.
would be the far side from Mr. Rosenbaum, correct?
Can you repeat that, please?
My client comes to the far side of the Duramax from Mr. Rosenbaum.
On the opposite
correct?
side of Mr. Rosenbaum, yes.
And
In
his
our court, we
circle,
deliver
my
our
client is
argument from
stationary,
sitting.
And his circle is
Really?
closing on my client's
weird.
circle, Mr.
That's
That is
super
odd.
weird.
Correct.
That is odd.
And according to this video, which we don't have sound because it's from 9,000 feet, this is right about the time where Kyle yells friendly, friendly.
Friendly, friendly, friendly.
Yes.
Yes.
And it does not dissuade Mr. Rosenbaum, correct?
Correct.
Roll the tape. Stop. Kyle goes out into the road, goes back into the car source slot with him, meaning Mr. Rosenbaum, following, correct?
Correct.
Where's Mr. Zeminski in this?
He's on the sidewalk. It's going to be just north of the blue circle, and that's going to be going right from left to right on that screen. No, the other direction.
No, you were right.
To the right of the blue circle on that screen.
Okay, so right here?
No, to the right of the blue circle. Yes.
You're the right.
I mean, almost directly behind Kyle to the side of Mr.
The jury is watching this guy get
Yes.
basic directions wrong in
Mhm.
real time.
Stop.
Which doesn't go well.
Dennis? I'm
Yes.
Yeah, I'm not sure if you guys have talked about that, but you could have the best case in the
Yes.
world, but if you're unorganized or not charismatic, I mean, jury. What a lot of people need to
Yes.
realize is jury jurors are regular people, so they get bored.
Yes.
They get and they look at everything, the way you're dressed, the way your body language is, how prepared
Yep.
you are. All this stuff hurts.
This appears to be just before.
If you're bored,
Yep.
they're
It
bored.
does.
Yeah,
And
100%.
the thing is, he has to gain their trust so he can guide them through a self-defense
I did not see it. No.
case. And he's not gaining their trust by not knowing his left
Some
from
of
his
the
right.
videos, there's one a sound and two a flash.
Yes, in multiple videos. Yes.
I'll be right back, guys. Nature calls.
Mr. Zeminski didn't come
He is not
forward
doing a good job
and
winning this jury.
complain
No,
about my client's behavior.
he's done nothing to win him over.
Correct.
No.
He didn't come forward and complain and say that I had to shoot him to scare him or something like that. Correct?
He did not come forward. Correct.
And after my client shoots Joseph Rosenbaum 3 times in 76 hundredths of a, 4 times.
Why did you say my client? I would call him Kyle.
76
Humanize
hundredths
him.
of a second.
Thank you. Yes.
Was that? I'm
This
sure this has already been
Zeminski's-
discussed.
When that shooting,
I don't know if
No,
they
no.
can afford
they
it.
don't run away. They don't hide.
He doesn't want to call him the defendant, but he could call him Kyle.
76
Yeah.
times.
He's a
Don't call him
kid.
his
Just-
full name. Just say Kyle.
Just Kyle. Yeah.
The Zeminskis don't run away and hide. They're not afraid of the gunshots, correct?
Correct.
And they stay right there and they start yelling. Mr. Zeminski still has his gun out. And Mrs. Zeminski starts yelling about get him, things like that about Kyle, correct?
Correct.
The mob is closing in on Kyle.
There are multiple people closing in on Kyle.
Okay.
Mr. Rittenhouse.
And that's,
No, the mob.
I apologize, Mr. Rittenhouse. And that's closing in on.
No, call him Kyle.
Correct?
It appears that at the car source,
You missed everything.
that people are
I
coming
figured
towards
Richards pulled off a
Mr.
brilliant
Rosenbaum.
defense while I was gone, I'm
And
sure.
yesterday-
Mistrial declared. We're done.
shouting in the direction of Mr. Rittenhouse. I'd say it's more clear once he starts running northbound that there are people following him.
But strike that. And
Strike the butt, please.
you did the reconstruction with a stopwatch. You didn't do it a frame by frame.
Correct.
It's basically
And-
2.5 seconds. It's really not relevant at that point to get an accurate time.
1 minute into the Drew Hernandez video, which is number exhibit 19, you hear somebody yell.
The unfortunate thing is
Kyle,
he
get
can't
the
hear
fuck
how
out of
that
here,
sounds.
correct?
He can't. Someone should be watching this and
I
telling
don't
him.
recall hearing that.
I hope he doesn't drop the hard R again here because I feel like he could be queuing up to do it again.
Oh my! I love Lofty Pixels' remix. Everybody go check out Lofty
Yeah, I got
Pixels
it.
on Twitter, and you can get the Hard R remix from Mark Richards. It is beautiful. It is serene. Would any of you drop the
50
N word
seconds.
in court?
Please listen closely.
No.
Yeah, that's a hard no with an R.
No.
No.
Is there
And
any
I
time
tried
I to
hate-
think about it?
I tried hate crimes and no.
Yeah, it's just a little risky.